So today I'm gonna make some bondigas again, and right now in this bowl I have tomatoes, um, eggs, beef, Jimmy D sausage, garlic, cilantro, and mint, and tomatoes and onions. And I'm gonna mix them up, and I also put the ingredients in here. I put some cumin, Lowry's garlic salt, and black peppers. And I have this right now for I can saute that in a pan to make the broth, and then I'll be adding the meatballs in there. So right now I'm gonna mix it in a minute and see how it comes out. Hope you enjoy. So right now I'm mixing the mix here with the garlic, cilantro, um, all the ingredients that I mentioned, tomatoes, onions. Make sure you get them all mixed up really good. And then once I get started, I'll start making the meatballs. Now you can see it's all mixed now, ready to make the meatballs. Right now I'm going to saute the um, tomatoes and onions and get the broth going. So right now, what I'm doing is sauteing the onions and tomatoes, so I can pour some water in there and make some broth for it. So get it nice and mushy. Once it's ready mushy, then you can actually start putting the broth in there. So right now I added some whole garlic, red chili, and pepper and garlic salt. I wanted the sauce to be a little red, but to give it a flavor. Now I make this my way. This is not the traditional way, but I love the way I make it. So you'll be surprised what else I put inside there. So beware. So I got the broth already cooking. Had to change pots because it was too small, but this should be good. So I can put in the vegetables, the meatballs, and everything else. So I'll show you in a minute what I'm going to put inside. When it starts boiling, I'm going to put in the meatballs, and then I'll add the vegetables to it. And I'll show you in a minute what I'm going to put inside there. So the broth hasn't actually boiled yet, but I also add a little bit of chicken broth in it to it, so it gives a little more flavor, not too much. Now let me show you what I actually put inside the soup. I put American zucchini, Mexican zucchini. I sliced the tomatoes up, and I also put in onion, big chunks of onion that I like. I also put in cabbage, mint, and cilantro and green onions. But like I said, I'm breaking tradition. I love hominy, and I tried it once with hominy, and I really liked it a lot. It was really delicious. But I like hominy on menudo. I like hominy on pozole. So if you want to try it, you can put it in there. But I'm telling you, it tastes really good. Those are the greens I put inside, and when they're boiling, after the meatballs come out, then I put in the vegetables in. So right now I'm going to slice them all up. Oh yeah, and one more thing I forgot to tell you that I actually put in little baby potatoes, little red ones. Some people put carrots. I'm not that fond of the carrots. My mom's not, but I love carrots, you know. But I like to put in the little potatoes. So I put them inside here, drop them right now because they actually take a little longer to cook, and you want them to make sure that they're actually nice and soft when you eat them. Okay. Okay, okay. Now, so I'm gonna start making the meatballs. Come up closer, you can see how I'm doing them. So I grab the meat here. Here's the meat. Grab them, make them little balls. If you see any tomatoes, shove them in there so they won't come out. And some of the stuff will come out, and just drop them in there one by one. And I make them big and small. So see, like the tomatoes right here. Smells really good right now. The broth does. There we go. So I'll make some big ones for us, little ones for later. You can see how beautiful that looks. Look at that. Drop them in there, and they'll start popping up, and I'll show you in a minute what it looks like when they come up. So like any of the stuff like the tomatoes or onions, if you see them, just shove them in there in the middle so they can stay inside. And the meatball will cook all the way fully. And they'll start popping up. If you can look, they're not coming up yet. Once they're cooked, start cooking, they'll start popping up. And remember, this has mint, cilantro, rice, tomatoes, onions, garlic, and egg, and the seasonings I put in there. Garlic, salt, pepper, cumin, some other stuff. No, not other stuff. But anyway, so I'm just rambling along. So like the tomato, see that tomato in there? I shove it in there, make sure in there, and then I put the meat around it. And sometimes I like them big, sometimes I like them small. And you should see them come up in a minute. You can actually see one of the garlics in there floating there on that side over there. Yeah. So I'm gonna pause for a minute, and then I'll show you when I'm done with the rest of the meatballs, and then I'm gonna start adding the vegetables. Okay, go ahead and pause it. So you can see now that the meatballs are coming up, and this is what it looks like when they're cooking. Try to get a better look at that. See that? There you go. That's what the meatball looks like. It's pretty hot, but they start popping up, and then I'm gonna add still the vegetables in there. You can see how they look. See that? That's what the looks like. And then right here, I have all the vegetables: zucchini, 2 kinds of zucchini, American zucchini, Mexican zucchini, onions, tomatoes, and green onions. And I'm gonna still add the cabbage, the mint, and the cilantro. Here's one of the meatballs with the potato. Potatoes nice and soft. They're all coming up now. Once they start coming up like this, you're ready to put in your vegetables, but I'm going to let it cook a little longer. I want to make sure the meatballs are cooked all the way, and we'll be almost ready to eat. So now I'm going to put the mint and the cilantro in there so it can boil before I put in the rest of the vegetables in there. And make sure I get them all in there. I like a lot of mint on mine. Some people don't, but I enjoy the mint. So, and then I got the rest of the stuff here. I got the stuff that I'm going to put in, the vegetables with the cabbage. And I'll be there in a minute to put it in. Now, I'm going to add all the vegetables into this now. I added more little water to it. Then I'll taste it for seasonings. And then I'll add this in there and show what it looks like. Okay, now I added the cabbage, the zucchini, the green onions, tomatoes and onions. And as soon as it starts boiling, I'll add the last thing, the hominy, and then we get to eat. We'll make sure that the zucchini don't get too soft and it falls apart. But later on it will, because you're cooking all that stuff up. So it'll be done in a few minutes. See how beautiful it looks? It looks very, very. So now we're just gonna wait till it boils. And then I'll add the hominy to it. And it should be done by then. Maybe another 10-15 minutes to go. Okay, it's all done now. And served myself a bowl already. And look how delicious it looks. Now, hold on. So this is what it looks like. Nice albóndigas. Called albóndigas in Spanish. The meatball soup with vegetables. And that's what it looks like in a plate. Nice cabbage, zucchini, some green onions, a little red potato, and your meatball. And you can eat it with tortilla. I usually put lemon in it. And I put lemon and little Valentino sauce in it, chili sauce, with tortillas, and super delicious. All right, well, have a good one. I hope you guys enjoy the meal that I made. Bye.